Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor, which is due unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kadash. All praises to them names. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great Muson who taught me this truth and rule well, and lead the flock by example. And shalom to the elect of Israel, the elect of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Starting with 144,000. And I prepared a little lesson. I took some notes and the other day, and the Spirit's on me now to do the lesson. And Lord willing, it be an edifying lesson. And what I want to get into is the destruction of America. Okay, particularly what I was doing is I was going through the scriptures, and just finding different scriptures where the prophets saw and spoke on the destruction of America. Okay, see, we always say the main place of destruction is going to be America when this World War III hits, when the destruction comes, because the whole land of America is going to be completely nuked with fire. Okay, it's going to become a lake of fire. And, the prophets actually saw accounts of that, man, and spoke of it. So without further ado, I'm going to go into the scriptures and go from there. And I'll start from Isaiah, the 13th chapter. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter, so I'm going to jump around. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. So this is concerning Babylon. All right. Now we're going to find out what Isaiah is talking about, the prophet Isaiah. Okay. Let's go to verse 4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. So what's the Lord talking about? Even the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay. So when you look at, we're talking about the missiles, the destruction, okay, the thermonuclear destruction that them nukes are bringing. Now, when you look at the land of ancient Babylon, which is over there in modern day Iraq, okay, that land is inhabited and it's not fully destroyed. It's people live there to this day. What Babylon and Isaiah is talking about is America. That whole land is going to be destroyed. It's going to be put on fire, and then it's going to become like a desert land with when the fire and the smoke dies down. Eventually, it'll become like a desert, a no-go zone, a forbidden zone, if you will. And the scriptures talk about desert-dwelling creatures being there, but no man's going to be there. All right? No man's going to dwell there. Okay? Scriptures say no man's going to, the Arabians shall not pitch tent there. No man's going to dwell there. All right? So we're not going to be having houses and stuff in America. Okay? That place is going to become like a, for lack of a better word, man, a monument, to see, basically to remind you of what happens when you come against the Lord and his people. Okay. All right, let me see if I can get any more out of this. Verse 9, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I'll punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, man. Oh, man, the times that are coming, man, this destruction, oh, man, pride is going to cease, man. It's going to, people, especially these women, things are going to get humbled. People are going to get humbled quick. Okay? I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Talking about what? An elect man. Okay, because we're going to be the ones that are going to, and when I say we, in faith, we're the hope for the elect, are going to have what? The knowledge, wisdom, understanding that's going to keep us stable in that time. Isaiah 33 and 6. And ultimately, the hedge is going to be about the elect. Psalms 34 and 7. Okay? You know, I'm quoting the scriptures. You know, you can go to it and read it for yourself in the scriptures. Okay? Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. The hedge meaning what? That we're going to be protected from anything around us. Okay, ultimately. And that's going to lead on to what? The salvation. We're going to be saved from the coming destruction. Right? And people are going to be able to see that on us, man. All right, that's why, hey, Isaiah 4:1. Okay? It's in the scriptures, man. It's prophecy. The women are going to start flocking, man. All right? We're going to start having the pick. Okay? I don't want you. I don't know about... And it's all through the Spirit. You know? Now, let me jump down. Let's go to 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which is talking about Russia, okay, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Yeah, you ain't going to be able to stop this, man. Russia's going to nuke America, okay? Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity upon the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, okay? Because when you shoot them nukes, man, it doesn't matter who's going to be there, old, young, pregnant, it don't matter. If you ain't of the elect, you're getting destroyed. Right? And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms. And America is seen as the greatest nation upon the earth. Okay? Yeah, the greatest sin. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, and the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh Shemiel Shai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, we know what happened when you read about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, the account of Sodom and Gomorrah tells us what? That Sodom and Gomorrah and you had 3 other cities that were completely destroyed, man. Okay, with fire. Okay? It shall never be inhabited. I mentioned that earlier. There's a scripture. There's the proof. Okay? It shall never be... No one's going to be inhabiting that land. No man is going to be inhabiting that land. All right? Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and the owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Okay, so you're gonna have desert dwelling creatures, you know, birds, all of that. They're gonna be there over there. Okay, when it's desert land, but we ain't gonna be living over there. Okay, it should never be inhabited. All right. Now, let's go from there to verse 14. So Isaiah was seeing the destruction of America. He's going into it, man. Right? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So this, you know, Esau's society, Esau's power structure, that's all going to be done away with, man. Okay? Their leaders, their rulers, that's all going to be done away with. And pretty much, the one that is known as the Golden City, which is America, is going to cease. Okay? See if they want to read any more on this. Right, from there I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 34. So this is a couple of scriptures in Isaiah speaking on America. Okay? And that destruction. Isaiah chapter 34 verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. What's that talking about? The nuclear missiles, the destruction, the mushroom clouds. Okay? The heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. You look at a mushroom cloud, it's like 2 scrolls. So the heavens being rolled together as a scroll. And all their host shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree in an arcing fashion. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Right? It said Idumea, which is the Greek way of saying Edom. Okay? So the destruction is going to come upon Esau's kingdom, right? And we're going to find out where the main place of the destruction is going to be. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. That's that great sacrifice, man. America's like an altar. Okay? There's going to be a sacrifice. All them souls. Just for the Lord, Yahweh shall have a sacrifice in Bozrah. Bozrah was a chief city in the land of Edom. Okay? What's the chief city in Esau's empire today? America. That's the chief place. Okay? And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right? So Isaiah, again, he saw that destruction, man. He saw that he saw the destruction. He saw the sacrifice that was done in America. And we read about Bozrah. Let's go from there to Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. And that's talking about Yahushai. All right? So traveling in the greatness of his strength, meaning what? He's going to come with them angels, with them chariots, and bring them lasers, man. Okay? So that destruction is coming. You're going to have destruction from the missiles, which the Lord's going to be in that. It's the Lord's missiles, the weapons of his indignation. And you're going to have the lasers from the chariots, the so-called UFOs. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? Okay? Which is like figurative to say what? That the Lord's going to basically bring great destruction, death, and slaughter. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Again, it's trying to emphasize how much. When you read Isaiah 66:15, it says, the slain of the Lord shall be many. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to die. Okay? Anyone on the shores of America that ain't, okay, the USA, all right, that is not of the elect, you're going to eat a nuke. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So, hey, again, man, Isaiah saw that. Isaiah saw Yahushua coming. He saw the destruction of America. So this is part of prophecy, okay? And so that's one example of a prophet seeing that. Now let's go from there to Jeremiah, right? I'm going to jump to, let's go from Jeremiah 49 and 12. Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 12. For thus saith Yahweh Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah, and it goes Bozrah again, which is America is talking about, okay, here, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. Okay, talking about America, right? Let's jump from there to verse 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. So it's going to be a great destruction, man. Okay? So sometimes the scriptures refer to America in different ways. Babylon, Bozrah, okay? The land of Idumea, this the main place. See, the main place in Esau's empire, okay, is America. And that place is the main place of the destruction and the salvation. Okay? That's why it is heavily prevalent in prophecy. This is verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, the so-called white man, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. You're talking about Amalek over there in Israel, man. All right, Israel's going to eat nuke too. All right, the difference is that in Israel, we're going to build that land back up, and that's going to be our land. Okay, we're going to be dwelling in and building that place up and beautifying it. Okay, but it's going to eat a nuke too. Right, let's go to Jeremiah 50. Verse 1. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Jeremiah saw it. He was in on it too. He saw it too, man. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her. What's the nation that comes up against her? We read it in Isaiah 13 in a different manner, where it referenced the Medes. It's talking about Russia. Which shall make her land desolate, because Russia's going to be the main place that's going to throw them nukes, but it's also going to be other nations that are allied with Russia, and also the allies of America. Okay? These shall hate the whore, Revelation 17 and 16, and burn her with fire. Right? It says, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. That's that. Jeremiah saw that destruction, man. That's one hell of a destruction. Okay. Verse 9. For lo, I'll raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows, which is talking about the nukes, shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Every single one of them is going to hit that land. Okay, because the Lord is going to make sure, the angels are going to make sure that it's going to hit America, man. All right. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoiler shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. What's that talking about? The UK, Britain. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be as a wilderness, a dry land and a desert. The hindermost of the nations is talking about America. Okay. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. Ooh. We read that in Isaiah 13. But it shall be wholly desolate, whole land, all of it. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. When you want to know what the main plague is, Zechariah 14 and 12. That tells you, that describes the effects of a nuclear explosion. Okay? Verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, everyone that's got a nuke. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. So that's going to be that great destruction coming up against Babylon, man. Verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth? That's another way that's referring to America, the hammer of the whole earth. Right? How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Man, so yeah, I can keep reading, but pretty much that's the point in Jeremiah, you know? And there's more in Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah saw it, man. Okay? He saw that destruction. A destroying wind. That's that nuclear destruction. Now let's go from there to another prophet, right? Same message. Ezekiel chapter 24 and verse 6. Wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, woe to the bloody city, to the pot, woe means destruction by the way, to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece, let no lot fall upon it. Okay, so what's that talking about? America. Destruction to America. Let's get a precept as well on that bloody city. Right? Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. And what was America built on? Off the blood, okay, of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Hispanics, which are the tribes, okay? That's the bywords. That's why I say so-called, okay? From Judah on down onto Issachar, Okay, all all the tribes that are over there, okay, of our blood, man. That's how that land got built up. Okay. So that's that great. Hey, Lord said shouldn't have touched touching the apple of his eye, man. Okay. You shouldn't have done it, Esau, but you know what? You had to, because it's prophecy, and prophecy must be fulfilled. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel chapter 7 verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. And the little horn is talking about America. Before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. Okay? And America, man, this is... Come on, man. The amount of, wickedness of that place is got to be destroyed. Okay? So Daniel saw it. Okay, let's get a precept on that. This is Revelation... So the mouth speaking great things. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. And when you break that down, 40 and 2 months, okay, that's, let me do the math. So 12, 12, 12. Okay, so it's 36, 4, 6. Yeah. So 3.5 years, okay, which really it represents 350 years, okay, from 1619, okay, until 1969, okay, when this man started going down and this truth started coming up, okay, going back to 1619, you got Plymouth Rock, okay, and pretty much, when it was really starting to be established as of us being in that slavery in America. Okay? That's what that's talking about. Now let's go from there to Amos, the prophet Amos. Let's see what he saw, what he had to say. This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. And that Esau hates us, okay? We're in slavery to this day. We're dying to this day, to this devil. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Bozrah, talking about America. Okay, let's go from there to... see what the prophet Nahum had to say. Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. We read it in Habakkuk earlier, and in Ezekiel, Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody sea. Again, destruction to America. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. So Nahum saw it. Okay. Let's go from there to 2nd Esdras. I ain't gonna read too much into Nahum. This is 2nd Esdras. I don't want to keep this too long either. Straight to the point. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Now, is all the land of Egypt destroyed? No. Now, did the Lord bring plagues upon the ancient Egyptians? Yes, he did. So what's this place that the Lord's going to bring the modern plagues, which ultimately the major plague is what? The ultimate plague is the thermonuclear, the nukes, the destruction, the ICBMs. Okay? He said, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Okay, this is talking about the modern day Egypt. How do we know that? And before I get the precept, I want to read this next verse. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. That's the destruction. Let's get a precept. So another way that is in Ezra saw the destruction, and the one way he referenced it was Egypt. This is Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies, talking about us, Israel, in that dead state of mind when we didn't have this truth, slavery, shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, meaning crossed out, because they put up the image of their Lord to our people. Okay? So spiritually it's called what? Sodom and Egypt. Where was same-sex marriage legalized in all the states? America. Okay? Where's the LGBTQ movement being pushed out from? America. Okay? Now I'm going to get... Now, since John, okay, we're in the book of Revelation. John saw the destruction too, and I'm gonna get straight to that, and I'll close out. And this is just one part of the description of the destruction. There's many chapters and verses. Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great, to America, is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Talking about what? The desert dwelling creatures and the birds. We read it earlier in Isaiah. Okay? Pretty much so. We can keep reading, man, but that's the point, you know? I'll just read this last bit. Verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. In 1 hour, the whole land, Lord's going to destroy that whole land, man. It's going to be one hell of a destruction. The earth's going to shake. That's prophecy. So, hey, the destruction of America is all throughout the scriptures, man. And I just gave you many examples of the different prophets that kept speaking on it. So that's the main place of the destruction. And it's also the main place of the salvation. So, hey, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. And with that, man, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom to the elect.